Welcome to my channel Catman Tutorials. Today let us see how to create this drawing in AutoCAD by a step-by-step method. So as usual, let's try to check if all the available dimensions are provided in the reference drawing in order to create this drawing in AutoCAD. So the dimension for this radius is given, this radius, and the center for these circles radius is given, and this radius 80 is given, and the radius for these two, the angle is given, and this radius is 30, and for this step from the center the distance is given as 20 and this is 20. Okay, let's start creating the drawing in AutoCAD now. So first I would like to start the drawing because this is not a straight line. In order to create a horizontal and vertical line, so first I'll try to take a horizontal line, and then so here I'll take this will be my horizontal line, and I'll try to rotate this or make an angle of 15 on the other side in order to get my 30. So then based on the reference of these two, I'll try to develop the other drawing. So let's start with Command L, enter, in order to create a line, draw a line. And first I'll try to rotate this line clockwise and anti-clockwise to an angle of 15. So let's try to rotate, enter. In AutoCAD, the clockwise direction is taken as negative values and the counterclockwise is taken as positive values. So I'll try to rotate clockwise and taking this as a rotating point, and I'll try to rotate it to 15. And similarly I'll try to mirror, or you can rotate this same line, enter, from this same point and take a copy of it and say minus 30. Or you can do it in a different way. You can take a horizontal line and you can mirror that, and without taking a horizontal line also you can mirror, taking that rotating point and give a value of minus 30. So now I got these two lines, and that angle, if you want to check it out, the angle will be 30. So similarly, let's try to rotate this line to 30. So if you check it out, this center line and this center line is exactly perpendicular. That means the angle between these two is 90. So here already we have given 30 and 30, and this left out will also be 30. 30 plus 30 is 60. 60 plus 30 is 90. So we'll get the required angle. So let's try to rotate this line and say copy and say minus 30. And similarly I'll try to rotate this line from this, taking this as a base point for rotation, and say 30. Sorry, I didn't copy the line. Go for a rotate again. Take this end point or the intersection point, say copy and give value 30. Now let's try to create this circle. So I'm taking this radius 80 in order to set my center lines equally. So go for a circle from this intersection point, say radius 80. So I'll try to break off unnecessary lines. Sorry, I require these. I'll try to break off these lines And similarly, first, then I'll try to create this radius 20. Go for a circle from here, radius 120. Now let's try to break off. I don't require this line till here and till here, and I'll keep this center line little simpler, not too long. And now either we can extend these lines in order to get the other two perpendicular lines, or you can select these two lines. There are different ways that you can create this. Or what I do is, normally I'll go for lengthen dynamically. I'll select here and go here. So lengthen dynamically and extend these lines till here. Now I'll try to create this center circle for these 4 circles. So that is 132 radius. So let's go for a circle from here, say radius 132. And now let's try to create this radius 10 and radius 14, both from the intersection point of this center line. So in order to get rid of the confusion, just go for the line properties and say center line. So that is our center line where these 4 circles will be created. So there is a center line, but it's not visible. Let's select the line, go for Control 1 and change the line type scale to 15, or make it 25, or make it 30. Okay, now this is visible. So let's create this radius 10 or radius 14. So any of the circle, let's start creating from the intersection point of this circles. Say radius 10. So say click and say enter. So go to the intersection point, say enter. Go to the intersection point, say enter. Similarly, now let's create a circle of radius 14. Similarly, click and say enter. Click and say enter. And similarly, now you got the required profile, and I try to delete off the unwanted elements in order to get our required profile. So let's go for a trim command, tr, enter, and let's try to trim out this. Sorry. Try to trim out till here and here. And similarly, I'll trim out here till here. So now let's give this fillet radius 30 in all the sides in order to get our required profile. So go for fillet radius 30. So we got the required shape, outer shape. Now let's try to create this profile. Already we have a circle. So so before that, let's match property these center lines. So these are all the center lines, and let's try to offset this center line to a distance of 64 in order to get this step. So offset to 64 from here to here, and let's try to keep my drawing simple. So I'll just break out this line from here to here and from here to here. And now this line, try to offset to a distance of 10 on the other side in order to get our 20 dimension. So try to offset to 10 here and here. Let's try to trim out the extra elements which I don't require, and I'll try to trim out even here, and I'll try to delete off the extra elements. So this is a center line. Let's try to match property with the solid line. Go for a match property, MA, enter, select the solid line and click on the center line. Now this will be your solid line. So either you can rotate this to a distance of to an angle of 90, 180 and 270, or you can go for array. Say array, enter. So I wanted to array that through polar. So this is my intersection point of, or rotation point for array, and here the items are 6. So let's make it as 4 and try to trim off the extra elements. And now we are left out with this profile. So in order to get that, so we have given radius 90 and radius 100 from the same center. So for a circle, say radius 90 and from the same center radius 110. So in order to keep my drawing simple, I'll try to trim out these parts. And so in order to get the center point, so this arc is 10. If you draw a circle from this center, the radius will be 10. So that means let's make a half of this, or say offset to 10 from here to here. And oh sorry, let's try to rotate this to 90, because we have got the intersection points of this 30 angle over there. So let's try to create from this intersection point and draw a circle. And try to remove out the extra elements which I don't require, and I'll try to remove the extra part. Or let's try to give as given in the drawing. Remove this off and go for a dimension center. Select this, and select this and go for a array command. Array, enter, and through option polar, let's try to make this an array pattern of 4 items. Now it's done. Let's try to explode and try to remove till here. So now we are done with the complete drawing, and let's try to assign some color and line weight to the drawing. And try to match properly the required elements. Let's try to explode and try to match properly. Everything is done. Let's try to give the dimensions. So let's go for a align dimension from here to here. This is 64, and let's try to increase the dimension style. Go for modify. So arrow size, let's give as 2.5, and text size let it be 3.5. Set current. So this is, let's give 3.5. Text is 5, and let's give the precision. So set current, and go for align dimension from here to here. This is 20. And now let's give the radius dimensions. This is R30. This is R110. This is R90. This is 132. This is R10. This is R120. This is R80. This is R14. So now let's give the angular dimensions. From here to here it is 30, and from here to here it is 30. Now if you wanted to check the precision, go for demodify and give precision to 3 decimals and check. So all your drawing will be to the perfection. So hope you all understood the drawing. So if you got any doubt, you can mail me at catman16414@gmail.com, or you can comment me on my video. Thank you.